Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nothing But Reds, the first edition of the Sunday summary. All right, we're going to sum up everything that happened in the past few weeks with Liverpool. We got the game against West Ham, we got the blowout against Southampton, the young guys against Shrewsbury Town, all the stats and all the news coming up. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. All right, so first off, we had a few things going on. West Ham, the West Ham game, okay? West Ham game. Came away, 2-0 win, pretty straightforward. What really sticks out to me in that game is the stats, all right? What's unbelievable is 2-0 win, right? You had goals from Salah, right, in the first half, and then Chamberlain in the second half. Really, listen to this, y'all. The possession, 70% possession for Liverpool to West Ham's 30. This game was at the London Stadium, all right? And additionally, break down the stats, all right? Shots on target was pretty even. We had 5 shots on target for us, 4 for them. 13 shots total for us, 7 for them. Touches, we doubled their amount of touches, all right? We had over 1,000 touches to their 519. Passes, 828. I mean, you can't make up these stats. West Ham is just in shambles right now. The tackles were even, though. 17-17 on the tackles. We had clearances. They had more clearances than us, obviously, right? Because they're defending. They got to get the ball out of the box. You got 19 clearances for them. We got 12 for us. Now, corners, we had 7 corners. They had 3. No offsides for us, which is really good. We're really starting to stay disciplined on the offensive end, right? We're building up and we're getting in position to attack rather than going on the break and, Mane or Salah being called offside. So the possession game allows us to build up nice and slow and then really attack in the final third. The yellow cards, they had 2 yellow cards to our 0, and then we each had 6 fouls conceded. Overall, really, no one really expected that game to be a challenge, right? With all due respect to West Ham, they fired Pellegrini, and who did they hire? I can't even remember the guy's name. Why? And I'm pretty sure it's his second stint over at West Ham. So that club needs help. Moving on, we played Southampton, and now everyone coming into this game, I was a huge Danny Ings fan, okay? And Danny Ings right now, I think he's 3rd in the league or 4th in the league in goals with 14 goals. I mean, so that Southampton move was really good for Danny. We all miss him, right? Klopp constantly says how he misses him. So what's really interesting is how he did nothing. Getting into the game, we won 4-0. All right, obviously the game's at Anfield. Chamberlain, Henderson, Salah with 2 goals. I mean, Chamberlain had those 2 back-to-back great games, okay? And he needed that. He needed that because he did have a game where he was struggling. I can't remember exactly what game it was against. Maybe it was against United, I think. He wasn't really there. I mean, he was subbed off in the 60th minute. It just didn't quite seem like he was performing up to expectations. So it's good to see him get those goals in back-to-back games. Now, Firmino had an incredible game. My boy Firmino, absolute 3 assists, right? And then Henderson getting on the scorecard and the assist card. I mean, Henderson, if anyone deserves stats, it's Henderson. Henderson is the hardest worker. I'm wearing the jersey right now. Henderson's on the back. He's the hardest worker on that team aside from Firmino. Really, everyone is hard working on that team. You really can't say anything bad about anybody. Getting into the stats of that game, possession was lopsided. We had 61% possession or 61.5 to their 38.5. 9 shots on target for us, 4 for them. Total shots, they actually beat us in total shots, 17 for them, 16 for us. Touches, not as much as in the West Ham game, but 728 touches to their 539. Now, passes, 530 passes, not too bad. About half, maybe a little more than half of what we had in the the West Ham game to their 321. Now, tackles, they had more tackles than us, 18, so they're playing pretty aggressive, right? But we still had 14 tackles. Clearances were surprisingly even, right? So they had 26 clearances, we had 23. So we were playing a little bit of defense, but we just don't concede, with Alisson and Van Dijk at the back. We just don't concede, and that's awesome. They had 11 corners, though, and we had 6. 5 offsides for them, which means they were definitely trying to attack. 2 for us. All right, yellow cards, 2 for them, none for us. Now, fouls conceded. It was a pretty aggressive game. 15 fouls for them, 9 for us. A good aggressive game. I mean, what just sticks out to me is that Southampton, whenever they come to play us in the past 3 seasons or so, because I remember our first season under Klopp, maybe our first or second season under Klopp, we did draw. That was back when Southampton was like a mid-table to, 8, 9, 10 spot. And now they've kind of dropped off the last 2 seasons. But with the Danny Ings signing, that 14-goal tally, that's really helping them out. But surprisingly, they're not doing as well. And I don't know if it's because they're losing players from the back or they don't exactly have a first-team keeper. I mean, Angus Gunn he's all right, right? All right. You know, they made some new signings. They have that Polish defender, but no one can hang with us. Going forward, all right, the big news is Wijnaldum's rumors of signing a new deal. So now the rumors that I saw on social media was that he was talking to Jordan Henderson about, he was like, I'm going to extend, right? That's the quote that's getting thrown around, right? Saying, I'm going to extend. Now, the big thing here with Gini is his stats his goals, his assists don't really stand out. He'll get them every once in a while. But the big thing here is I like to analyze the statistics and see how important he is to our side, because everyone knows he's been a staple in Klopp's side. He's had some games off, but really we can't let him go. When the rumors were coming out that he was going to go, you can't let the guy go. So let me go, and I'm going to read off some stats. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments about if we should keep him. I completely agree we should keep him. He should extend his contract, no questions asked. So he's had 166 appearances for Liverpool. 101 of those have been wins, 29 have been losses. All right, that's a great record. He has 23 goals, which is actually surprising to me that he has that many goals. Goals per match, that comes out to about 0.14. He has 7 headed goals, 15 goals with the right foot, 1 goal with the left foot, 1 penalty. I don't even remember when that penalty was. 208 shots, 80 shots on target, which it's decent for a midfielder, you know, but he plays up for the Netherlands, the national team. So shooting accuracy is 38%. He's hit the woodwork twice, and I think I remember both of those. 14 big chances missed. He has 16 assists, though. I think that's a good number, 16 assists, because when you look at players like Henderson doesn't quite get that much, although they do play different roles, all right? But passes, he has over 7,000 passes, 42 passes per match, okay? 15 big chances created. Now, I think that offsets, because that's pretty even with his big chances missed. So I think that offsets, and that's pretty decent. 64 crosses, okay, into the box. Cross accuracy is about 25%. Through balls, 13 through balls. Accurate long balls, 225, so he can definitely switch the ball. His discipline, he doesn't have any red cards, right? That's good. He's got 7 yellow cards in his 166 games with us, 15 offsides, 80 fouls. His tackle success is 69%, which isn't the greatest, but he has 52 blocked shots in that time. He also has 114 interceptions and 115 clearances. So he's active on the defensive end, very active. And when he does get that chance to go forward, he puts shots on target, not as often as he does with making tackles or anything, but still an important player. He has just under 1,000 recoveries in 166 games, which is a pretty good stat. 646 duels won, 665 duels lost, so 50-50 there for the most part. Successful 50-50s, 182. Right? No, aerial battles won 138, aerial battles lost 182. So he's 50-50 down the line with competing with other midfielders. Now, he only has 2 errors leading to goals. And really, his ball retention is good enough to where I don't even remember any of those. Based on those stats, I'm keeping the guy. Why would you not keep him? He's such a versatile midfielder. He can play any of those roles. He can play that attacking midfielder role that Keita's playing, that Chamberlain's playing. He can also play the half-defensive box-to-box midfielder that you see Hendo playing sometimes. Sometimes you see Milner playing. And then we've also seen him play the CDM role, right, where Fabinho is. We've seen Henderson play that role. And Wijnaldum's even played center back for us. So there's no reason to get rid of him. He's such a versatile player. I can see him becoming a Milner once Milner leaves. He's a great professional. He's a great voice in the locker room. And I just think Wijnaldum's a great guy to have around. Now, upcoming fixtures, right? We got Norwich on the 15th. And you remember at the beginning of the season, we had that 4-1 win against Norwich. Teemu Pukki's kind of cooled off a little bit. The hype surrounding him has kind of cooled off. I'm pretty sure, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last time we played Norwich at Norwich was the 5-4 win when Klopp broke his glasses. I think that's the last time we played them at Norwich. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. The big game. February 18th against Atletico in the round of 16 at the Wanda Metropolitano. Okay, huge game. 3 p.m. Okay, I'm excited to see the days leading up. I just get so excited, man. I get so excited. I can't wait for next Sunday to review that game with y'all. February 24th, we got West Ham again, but at Anfield. I don't see any issues with that. David Moyes, that's his name. Unless David Moyes does some turnaround, they can't win at Anfield. There's no chance. We got Watford and then Chelsea in the FA Cup. So a few games after that. Pretty favorable fixtures, but an intense game this week. Okay, I like that we have a game against Norwich, and then we have Atletico. I mean, it's going to be a good game, right? The hype around Atletico hasn't really been like it was when João Felix first came, but they're still a good side. They're still a good side. They still play Spanish style football, so it's going to be tough to beat them, especially at their house. But I think we can do it, especially going off what we had last season. Everybody, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your support. I had a few people commenting. Keep the comments coming. Grow the community, okay? It motivates me to make these videos, and I just love interacting with other Liverpool fans, all right? So hit that like button, all right? Subscribe if you'd like. Next Sunday, we'll be doing a review of the games this week, so Norwich and Atletico, okay? I appreciate everyone coming out, all right? Thank you.